Robert J. Conley here, and I am here to cause prudent decisions. So, I had a great conversation with an impressive young man today, and he's in his early 20s, and he decided that he did not need or did not care to pursue going to a 4 year college. So, he got certified in automotive mechanics and went on to the working world. And at this point, he has had a handful of jobs. And so I consider him to be a huge success because he is living the proven method of trial and error. What works and doesn't work. And what the beauty, and if you follow me regularly, you're going to hear me harp on this all the time because not enough people do it, and it is the only way to have certainty about what works and doesn't work. So this young man had, I'm not going to remember exactly the facts, so next time I see him he'll be able to give me a hard time. But the essence is that his first few jobs were working with his hands, and interestingly, they weren't automotive related, but he lost interest fairly quickly. And part of the reason was just that it was repetitive. It was not interesting. It wasn't exciting. And if you're, especially if you're oriented to working with your hands, you want your hands in motion. And in some cases, you want your entire body in motion, like in physical things like the military or police or fire. But anyway, at this point, this young man had an opportunity to go and work as a host at a white tablecloth restaurant, and he worked there for a year. And the beauty of it was that he shared with me how much he learned about dealing with people and negotiating, like with people, like I can't have a table right now, or the food's whatever, any complaint that a restaurant customer could have. So he learned how to interact with these people in a productive way. And what I really admire is that he was able to see after a year that, like, oh, this isn't for me. I'd rather be working with my hands. I'm really naturally good at pulling things apart and putting them together, and I understand that. And so he now has moved into the automotive world, and he is, by trial and error, has now tried a few, well, some were against his choice, like one business shut down and that kind of thing. But here's the thing that I really want to drive home. If you will discipline yourself, literally the day you start a new job, you should be updating your resume. And this isn't meant to be, it's not disrespectful to employers, because employers have an obligation. If they want to be a great place to work, they need to be equipped and committed to growing their employees. And if they fail to do that, then the natural outcome is that good employees are going to leave, because good employees want to learn. They're ambitious. And one of the not secrets, it's out there in the open, but one of the things that, like, top NFL, the winningest NFL and winningest college football coaches have legacies of former assistants who have gone on to be successful at the head coaching level. And they have a knack for spotting talented individuals and basically proposing the bargain that, come work for me and I'll get you that head coaching job. And so employers also, to the best of their ability, and I realize this isn't always possible, the reality is whatever the business is, it's not a high growth business, whatever that happens to be, but to the best of your ability, to always give the opportunities to improve and to learn. And the flip side of that, employees, if you reach a point where you've lost interest, you owe it to yourself and to your employer to get a new job. You're not doing anyone any good. And the thing that you will be able to do in subsequent employment opportunities, or when you're interviewing with someone, is you can say, I wanted to learn and they did not provide that opportunity to me. Hey, Mr. Future Employer, tell me what opportunities you have for me to grow in my ability to contribute to your success. You've now flipped it into a powerful conversation where you stand for who you are, for what you bring to the organization, and you're going to impress that employer. And the flip side is that if you hang around in that job you don't like, and you're admittedly, a lot of people don't like change. They'll suck up being unhappy for a long time, but you're lessening your position in the marketplace, and you're in, and for one thing, it could lead to being fired, which is the check mark against you. And the other part is just that in the conversations you can have about the next job, you can't speak from a position of being a committed employee and wanting to grow and learn all the time. So I'll tell you, I had a fun, busy day today, and one of the highlights was talking to this guy. And he's not looking for publicity. He knows who he is. I'm not going to say his name, but pretty impressive and pretty enjoyable conversation. And what's funny is that conversation may have been yesterday. Anyway, it made an impact on me, and I wanted to pass that on. So trial and error, keep trying. If it's an error, if it doesn't work, go to the next one. Don't stay stuck. And especially if you're in your 20s, just keep doing it. And you're going to find the thing, and one day you're just going to go, wow, I'm pretty locked into this thing. I could see this working for a long time. And you will not, if you will continue to try, you won't have a bunch of, I wonder if I should have tried this. I wonder if I should have tried that. No, you won't. All right. Keep making those prudent decisions, and I will see you later.